What is going on? I am Cole. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my most anticipated comics for April 27th, 2022. So if you want to see what those are, make sure you stick around. My most anticipated comics for April 27th, 2022. All right. Thank you for sticking around. And for those of you who are new here, this is something that I usually go over every single time, but I like to just do it in case you have any question of where I get my information or how I get my information. So what I do is I use a site called Geeks.com. As you can see, it shows all of the books that come out during a certain week. And the cool thing is you get to kind of scroll down. You can see what's coming out. You can add certain books to your pull list, but sometimes they aren't always right. As you can see, Happy Tree Hills 3 and 4 both come out on the same day, which I would think that's most likely not happening. But I just like to use this site, and I like to show it to you in case you're wondering some good resources to use. But one of the things I like to add to that is if there are certain books that I talk about in this segment that you are unable to get at your local comic book shop, it is not because I don't care and I'm just lying about information. It's because usually I record these in advance so that I can give you a preview of some stuff before you get to the shop, so you know if there's something you should be looking for or not. And due to paper delays, shortages, and just general delays right now in shipping, sometimes these books don't always hit the shelves when they say they're supposed to. But if you are looking for a site, I recommend leagueofcomicgeeks.com. You can always go to the preview site too, but sometimes by the time that I'm recording this, that isn't always up to date yet. And with this segment, I always like to say, please leave a comment down below. If we end up getting 15 comments on this video, I usually add in an extra book, and all these comments will get you entered into a drawing at the end of the month to win a few random issues throughout the week. I usually throw in, how many extra books, and I usually cater them to the person that's winning. So I usually ask, do you want some number ones? Do you want some other stuff? And I'll pull stuff from my collection and send it your way to thank you for coming and watching these videos that I make every week. And one of my favorite segments lately that I've added in here is either a spec recommendation or a cover recommendation. And this week I was just kind of scrolling through, and there was a cover that came out about a month ago that I ended up missing, but it looks like there might be a new opportunity for me to get a cover similar to this. It's probably not the exact same one because it's going to have different people on, but with Something is Killing the Children #2, the C cover is another one of those cut mask variants, and this one is bloody, which, hey, that let's be honest, a bloody covered mask looks way cooler than a clean one. So I'm going to put this up as my cover of the week. I don't think this is an incentive cover from what I can tell, and that's one of the things I've been trying to do. I don't like to put certain incentives in there because if it's a harder to get one, I might not be able to get it. So why would I want to put stock into something that I think is cool? All right, and let's get to why you're here. And these are my most anticipated comics for the week. So the first one, I don't know. This is one that I think I have to talk about, but am I really anticipating it? I don't even know. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, #5. This is the finale. Issue 4 came out in September. Yeah, just think about that. September. It is the end of April. Overall, the story was pretty okay. The ending kind of fizzled out, and just with the delays, I mean, it had the same thing that the Doomsday Clock had, except for Doomsday Clock didn't take this long between issues, I don't think. I don't know. Every issue, there's been a mega delay. It has really kind of fizzled out the story for me. I kind of almost wish I just waited for the hardcover. But yeah, this book's ending, so I figured I should talk about it. Let me know your thoughts. Was there too much delay? Are you still loving it? Or do you think it was a flop overall? I know a lot of people kind of said even, the way issue 4 ended just kind of made it seem like it didn't need an issue 5. But hey, it's also been 7 months since I read that. So I don't know. Let me know how you feel about The Last Ronin. Now, that we're speaking about books that are coming to an end. I think I've mentioned this on every single episode of this. And hey, why would I stop here? This is Hotel issue number 5. It looks like this is writers John Lee with artist Dakbor Talajik, and I have been loving Hotel. I think I've recommended multiple people. I know that my buddy Minutia Minute actually did a review on the original trade of Hotel because I've been pumping it up and I recommended it to him. I'll have that up here just so that you can enjoy his awesome review on it. And if you have not heard of anything Hotel, I recommend going to volume 1 before you start into the volume 2 that I'm explaining now. But this is the finale of it. I have been loving what's going on. There is a weird world at Parrot Court, and I really love it. This is, the first one I used to always pitch as it's 4 rooms meets a horror book, and it's been fun. It's kind of this anthology, but everything kind of weans together in the end. So we, with issue 4, we were kind of left to this big buildup of kind of the bad guys coming in, and we're probably going to see them get destroyed, which is going to be fantastic. But are you reading Hotel? Do you like horror books? Let me know what your favorite horror book is down below, because I would say that horror is probably one of my personal favorite genres. Next up, we have another book that is in its run, and this is Punisher number 2 from writer Jason Aaron and artist Jesus Saz. I really love that first issue of Punisher, and I'm kind of excited to take this turned down. This is a very aggressive version of Punisher, and I'm excited for what's to come. I really enjoyed that first issue. I thought that it added a new thing. A lot of people were hating the new Punisher logo, but I think when the story comes to fruition, the logo will make a lot more sense and people will not hate it. I mean, I don't really care. It's just a logo, and for me, it doesn't really matter. But I've been enjoying this story. I think that Jason Aaron has kind of been one of those writers for me that I haven't always loved, but when he hits, he really hits. And I think that this Punisher title is one that I think is going to keep going and be something that will be fun. I'm not sure if this is ongoing or if it's just a mini. So if you do know, let me know down below. I probably tricked a few of you because we made it this far and I haven't talked about this book, but I'm talking about it now because it's Saga number 58. I don't really know what else I have to say, but this book is back. I'm going to bring it up every single time. If you didn't know, Saga is one of my favorite books, and I really like it. And I get it that sometimes people maybe aren't into it, and it's been around for a long time, so it might be harder to get in. But hey, if you have Hoopla from your local library, you can check out the hardcovers, which would be 3 checkouts, and get fairly quickly caught up with this story. I recommend it because I personally love it. And here, I'll read you the tagline or the blurb for this issue because it's 3 words: friends or enemies? ? That's it. The question mark is literally the punctuation. I just said question mark. But I love Saga. Sorry, not sorry. And we're to the final issue that I'm talking about for most anticipated comics, and it is The Amazing Spider-Man number 1. They are revamping Spider-Man to a number 1, so I figure why not jump on and give it a try. I'll probably at least stay on for the first arc to see if I enjoy it. It's got John Romita Jr. on art, which I think can be a controversial topic for some people. I know in some aspects there have been times where I really like his art. Sometimes it can get kind of wonky. And yeah, let's see what's going on with this book. I'm guessing it should be a good jumping on point because it is a number 1, and this isn't an actual, this is a new arc, but we're calling it a number 1. I think this is a brand new starting point. If I'm wrong, please let me know, because I would hate to jump in on this and have me hate it right away, because it isn't a great place to start. But with certain Marvel stuff, it's just hard because I haven't been as into it. But if there is a good jumping on point, I will give it the old college try to see if it's something that I do like. So for everyone that came by and watched this video, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to see what books I'm excited for. But I would also love to know, what are you looking forward to? Whether it be a cover, whether it's some speculation you think is going on, or what are you just excited to open up and give a read? I would love to know. And yeah, if there are number 1s out there that you think would be another one that's great for me to check out, please let me know, because once again, I like seeing what other people are into, and if I can give it a read and I like it, maybe we'll talk about the issue 2 on the next month version of this. Also, if you haven't already checked it out, Bearded Comic Bro and I have jumped into our newest version of the Bearded and Cole's comic cover challenge. I'll have the playlist right up here for all other comic content creators. We would love to have you join the challenge with us. But as always, I'm Cole. These were my most anticipated comics. Thanks for stopping by, and peace. My most anticipated comics for April 27th, 2022.